the lectures. So last class we solved problems on DC circuits, that is class number 5 part 2. Now part 3. In part 3 it includes 7 to 8 problems. Okay, watch all the problems, copy it out and write down in your notes, and please give a thumbs up and subscribe, like. Okay guys, now we can start question number 9. So good morning students, welcome to basic electrical lectures. Today's class we are solving problems on DC circuits and part 3. In part 3 I will include 8 problems. Watch all the problems and copy down in your notes. We can start question number 9. Using series parallel reduction, calculate the current supplied by source for the circuit shown. You should calculate for the given circuit what is current going to supply by the source. This value of current you should calculate. So this question asked for 8 marks in recent exam, August September 2020. Let we can solve this problem. Look at here, 8 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in parallel. So two resistors are connected in parallel. You can write 8 into 6 divided by 8 plus 6. Multiply this. So do the simplification. So you will get 8 into 6 divided by 8 plus 6. You get 3.428 ohms. The effective resistance of this combination will get this much. Now these two resistors are also in parallel, 10 ohm and 12 ohms. So do that. When two resistors are connected in parallel, numerator multiply the resistance, denominator add the resistance values. So if you do that, we can get 10 into 12 divided by 10 plus 12. So it comes around 5.45 ohms. So this gives 5.45 ohms. Now draw the network. 18 volts. Okay, voltage is 18, and this is 2 ohm resistance. 2 ohm resistance are written there. What is this value? 6 ohm. And what is the effect of this combination? 5.45. Effect of this combination is 5.45 ohms. And here 2 ohm is there. 2 ohm. And what is the combination of this? What is the answer for this? 3.428. 3.428 ohms. Now these two are connected in series. These two are connected in series, and these two are connected in series. This also series and this one also series. In series, what we can do, we can add the resistance value. So add the resistance value and write down once again. Okay, 6 plus 5.45. Sorry, 11.54. So 11.45 you get. 11.45 ohms of this combination. Next, 3.428 plus 2. So that you get 5.428 ohms. Okay. 2 ohms here and then 18 volts. Now these two are connected in parallel. These two are connected in parallel. Now find the effect of that. Numerator multiply the resistance value. Denominator add the resistance value. So 11.45 plus 5.428. Okay, we can check it. How much we will get? 11.45 into 5.428 divided by 11.45 plus 5.428. So we get 3.682 ohms. 3.682 ohms. Now draw the network. So 18 volts. Okay, 2 ohms. What is answer for this combination? 3.68. So that you can write it. 3.682 ohms. Now these two are in series. What is the network? Then it becomes only one resistor. Okay, 18 volts supply current. So 2 plus this. So add this 2. So how much you get? 5.68 ohms. Now they ask that determine supply current. Current supplied by the source. The current supplied by the source I is equal to V by R. 18 divided by 5.682. So that is the current value. So 18 I is equal to V by R. So V by R. 18 divided by 5.682. So if you do this, we will get 3.167 ampere. 3.167 ampere. Understood, guys? Okay. If you don't know how to find effective resistance in series current combination, watch lecture number class number 4 so that you can understand the concept how to find effective resistance. Okay, fine. So I hope you understood. Then we can go to next problem. Very very important to ask in exam. Like this type of problems they will ask. Okay guys, next problem is this problem is very simple problem asked in exam. For the network shown in figure, calculate power consumed by each resistor. You should calculate what is power consumed by this resistor and this one. Okay. So these resistors are connected in parallel. Supply current is given and they are given current I1 and I2. Apply current division rule, find I1 and I2. So how to apply current division rule? I1 is equal to supply current into other resistor. Supply current into other resistor is 4 divided by sum of the resistors. 8 plus 4. So do it in calculator. So you will get 3 ampere. So that is I1 square. Now power dissipated in this resistor. So power dissipated in 8 ohm resistor is power formula I square R. So I1 square into 8 ohm resistance. What is I value? 3 square into 8. 3 square is 9. 9 8 72 watts. 72 watt is the power consumed in this 8 ohm resistor. Next, what is current in this two? Because in parallel, sum of these two current will get this current. So you can use this concept. Supply current is equal to sum of the branch currents. Okay. 9 is equal. What is I1 value? 3. I2 I don't know. So I2 is equal to 9 minus 3. So 9 minus 3 is 6 ampere. This is one approach. Otherwise, we can apply current division rule once again. So that is I2 is equal to supply current. Now I am finding current in this resistor. Supply current into other resistance is 8. 8 divided by sum of the resistance. 8 plus 4. Do this in calculator. You will get 6 ampere. Okay. Now power dissipated in 4 ohm resistance. Power dissipated in 4 ohm resistance is what is current in that 4 ohm resistance? I2. I square R. So I2 square into 4 ohm resistance. What is I2 value? 6 square into 4. So 36 into 4. You will get 144 watts. So power dissipated in 4 ohm is 144. Power dissipated in 8 ohm is 72 watts. Guys, very easy problem now. Sometimes if you have a good luck, you get very easy problems. Okay, and you are happy also. Okay guys, 6 marks question they ask this one. Next we can go for question number 11. Okay, dear students, now we can solve question number 11. What is the given? 360 watt 120 volt light bulbs are connected across 120 volt power line shown in the figure. Find voltage across each and every bulb and also power dissipated in each and every bulbs. See, they given the rating of each and every bulb is 60 watt comma 120 volt. We can also call it rating or specification. Both gives same meaning. Okay, the specification of the bulb is 60 watt bar 120 volt. So they given the rating of this bulb is 60 watt comma 120 volt, and even this also 60 watt comma 120 volt. 60 watt comma 120 volt. So far we done problems having resistors in a network. Now we have to convert this bulb circuit into resistive circuit. We know that in a bulb, tungsten filament will be there. So it is having some resistance. So we have to find resistance of that bulb. So to find resistance of the bulb, since all the bulbs having same ratings, same specification, therefore the resistance of bulb A, the resistance of bulb B and the resistance of bulb C will be same. How to calculate resistance? From the formulas by knowing the voltage and power. So we have power formula, power is equal to V square by R. So now power is given, voltage is given. Now calculate resistance. So resistance can be calculated as by using this formula, V square divided by power. V square divided by power. So what is V? Voltage rating. What is voltage rating? 120 square. Okay, divided by what is power? 60. Okay. So if you calculate this, you will get 120 into 120 divided by 60. 61 and 2. So finally we got resistance of the bulb. Resistance of each and every bulb is 240 ohms. Got it? So now draw the resistive circuit. So resistance of bulb A, resistance of bulb B and resistance of bulb C all are same. Okay, this is resistance of bulb A. How much? 240 ohms. Resistance of bulb B also 240 ohms. Resistance of bulb C also 240 ohms. Is also 240 ohms. Now it is connected across 120 volt power line. 120 volt power line. Now we can easily calculate. Once we know the current in this, then we can find voltage across each and every bulb. Okay, now find the effective resistance. See, now I am finding effective resistance. So 240 ohms, 240 ohms. RB and RC are connected in parallel. What is its effective resistance? So I can write 240 plus, okay, 240 parallel 240. So this is the effective resistance. So 240. So identical resistance are connected in parallel. Divide by 2. Okay, 240 divided by 2 how much? 120. Therefore effective resistance is how much? 360 ohms. Now calculate supply current. Calculate the supply current. So how to calculate current? So supply current I am considering as IA. What is the current flowing here? Current flowing through this bulb is IA. Current flowing through this bulb is IB. Current flowing through this bulb is IC. Okay. How to calculate IA? I know the total voltage connected across the circuit is, okay, the voltage across the circuit is 120 volts. I know the effective resistance. I can easily calculate current. So what is current formula according to Ohm's law? I is equal to V by R. What is voltage connected across the circuit? 120 volts. What is the effective resistance? 360. So if you do this, you will get 1 by 3 ampere. So that is current flowing through the bulb A resistance. Now calculate voltage across bulb A, because they asked a question. Find voltage across each bulb. What is voltage across bulb A? Current flowing through bulb A into resistance of bulb A. So what is current flowing through bulb A? 1 by 3. What is the resistance of bulb A? What is the resistance of bulb A? 240 ohms. So 240. If you do this, you will get 80 volt. That is voltage across bulb A. So now find current flowing through bulb B. If I know the supply current, I can find the branch currents. So now current flowing through bulb B and the current flowing through bulb C, both are same. Why means it is having same resistance. Out of this supply current, equal current going to share. The value of IB and IC both will be same. If I add both IB and IC, then you will get IA. So I am finding IB and IC. IB and IC both are same. use current division rule formula. Supply current into, I am finding current going through bulb B. What is the other resistance? RC divided by RB plus RC. What is supply current? 1 by 3. What is the resistance of RC? 240 ohms divided by 240 plus 240. So this gives 80 divided by 480. So finally we can write IB value 80 by 480. How much you will get? Okay, 8 1 ja, 8 6 ja. So you will get 1 by 6 ampere. So what is the value of IB? 1 by 6. If you calculate IC now, then IC equation will be supply current into RB divided by RB plus RC. Then IC also will get same thing. IC will be 1 by 6 ampere. Okay, now verification. IA is equal to IB plus IC. So what is the concept in parallel? Supply current is equal to branch currents. So what is the equation? What is the value of IB? IA 1 by 3. What is the value for IB? 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. So if I simplify that, how much you will get? 2 by 6. What is 2 by 6? 1 by 3. So it is verified. So whatever we learned in the parallel circuit concept, everything is verified. Now I calculated only bulb voltage across bulb A. Then what is voltage across bulb B? Okay, I will solve it here. What is voltage across bulb B? IB into RB. IB into RB. What is IB value? 1 by 6. 1 by 6 into what is RB value? 240 ohms. So if you do this, 6 1 ja, 6 4 ja, 40 volts. That is the value of VB. What about VC? Whether we get same voltage or different? Same. Very good. Same voltage. Okay, VC is equal to IC into RC. What is VC? What is IC value? 1 by 6. Again RC is also 240. So we will get 40 volt. What you can conclude? These two are connected in parallel. Voltage will be same. Therefore, we can write voltage across bulb B. Voltage across bulb B and voltage across bulb C. Both are same and that value is 40 volts. Now find power dissipated in bulb A, bulb B and bulb C. Now I am calculating second part. Solution for second part. First part I computed. What is voltage across bulb A, bulb B and bulb C? Over. Then power dissipated in bulb A. You can use any formula. Either I square R or V square by R or V into I. So I am going to use V into I. Otherwise I can use this only. Power dissipated in bulb A is IA square into RA. What is the value of IA? 1 by 3 whole square into what is the value of RA? 240. So what is 1 by 3 whole square? 1 by 9 into 240. If you do this, you will get 80 by 3 watts. 80 by 3 watts. 3 3 ja, 3 8 ja. Okay. So power dissipated in bulb A is 80 by 3 watts. Let it be. Okay. If you want, you can put in decimals. Okay. You will get something around 26 point something. Okay. This is about bulb A. Okay. Next, bulb B. Power dissipated in bulb B. Same procedure. IB square into RB. What is IB? 1 by 6 whole square into R. What is RB value? 240. So what is 1 by 6? 36. 1 by 36. 1 by 6 whole square is 1 by 36 into 240. So how much you will get? So 12 2 ja. Okay. 12 3 ja 36. 12 2 ja. 20 by 3 watts you will get. So what about power dissipated in bulb C? IC square. Same thing. IC square into RC. IC value 1 by 6. Therefore, power dissipated in bulb C also 20 by 3 watts. Now verification. Okay. total power dissipated is equal to power dissipated in bulb A, bulb B plus bulb C. What is the answer? 80 by 3, 20 by 3 plus 20 by 3. So denominator say 80 plus 20, 100, 100 plus 20, 120. So 120 by 3 is equal to how much? 40 watts. So the total power dissipated by all the three bulbs is how much? 40 watts. Okay, you can use this formula. Otherwise, total power is equal to V into IA. What is voltage connected across the circuit? 120 volts. What is the current flowing through bulb A? 1 by 3. So what is 120 by 3? Obviously 40 watts. Okay, got it? So copy it out in a systematic way. Okay. So pause the video and then copy it out. See, what is the specification of this? 60 watt bulb. Will the bulb get damaged? What is the power consumed? What is power dissipated in bulb A? 80 by 3. 80 by 3 it gives around 26.66. So total rating is 60 watt, but it is consuming only 26 watt. What is power dissipated in bulb B? 60 watt. How much it is consuming? Okay, 20 by 3 watts. So 20 by 3 means 6.66. And here also 6.66. So our circuit is protected. It is our bulb ratings, not our power dissipated ratings, are not above the specified ratings. Hence the bulbs will operate safer way. Okay, now look at here. What is the voltage in parallel combination? 40 volts. What is voltage across bulb A? 80 volts. 80 plus 40? 120. Okay, got it? So that concept also, okay, verified. Parallel voltage is same. If equal resistors, equal current will flow. Okay, got it? This problem is very important. Pause the video and then calculate the supply current in the given network. This is supply current. You should calculate this current. If the 5 ohm resistance dissipates energy at the rate of 20 watts. 5 ohm resistance dissipates energy at a rate of 20 watts. See, they given, what do you mean by power rate of doing electrical work? So they given power value 20 watts, where across RL resistors. So therefore, we can write power dissipated, okay, in RL resistor, that is RL or 5 ohm. So power dissipated in 5 ohm resistance is given by formula I1 square into RL. Okay. Now I need to find this current. Once I know this current, I can easily find supply current. Now I1 square is equal to power in 5 ohm resistance divided by RL. Therefore, I1 is equal to whole square root of power in 5 ohm resistance divided by 5. So this gives I1 equals whole square root of, what is power in 5 ohm resistance? Data given, power in 5 ohm resistance is how much? 20 watts. So power in 5 ohm resistance is 20 watt divided by 5 ohm resistance. So this gives I1 is equal to square root of 4. So root 4 value is how much? 2 ampere. So the current flowing through this RL is 5 ohm resistance. But now I need to find supply current using current divider rule. Using current divider, okay, using current divider rule, we can write supply current is equal to, branch current I1 is equal to supply current. See, I am finding current on this resistance is equal to supply current into opposite resistance into R divided by R plus RL. R plus RL. What is I1 value? 2. What is I? I need to calculate. I into, what is R value? 10 divided by 10 plus 5. So 2 into 2 equals to 10 I divided by 10 plus 5, 15. Cross multiply. 30 is equal to 10I. Therefore, I is equal to, what I can write? 30 by 10. Therefore, supply current is how much? 3 ampere. Okay, got it? Supply current is 3 amperes. So this is what they asked a question. Calculate the supply. Okay, dear students, question number 30. This question asked in VTU model paper for 18 scheme syllabus. So what is the question? Calculate current in each resistors and total power, and then power dissipated in each resistor for the given network. I hope you can solve this. Okay. What is the current given in the 6 ohm resistors? 2 ampere. Okay. I square R will get power in this resistor. Okay. Now same current flows here. So there will be, assume like this, some voltage source connected here, that voltage source driving this current. What is that current? 2 ampere. Same current flows here. I square R will get power. Using current division rule, find current in this resistor and this resistor. I square into R, you will get power in this resistor. I square into R, you will get power in this resistance. You will get answer. Here 4 by 7 ampere. Here you will get 10 by 7 ampere. Okay. So do that. So you get current in all the resistance. Total power means addition of all this, and then power in each resistor. Okay. I hope you can do this. Okay. If you didn't get, you can message me. So I will give the description. In description, I will give my contact number. You just you can inquire with me if you didn't get any ideas how to solve this problem. I already given. You just apply that. That's it. Paper problem. Question number 14. So they given a network. If the total power dissipated in this circuit, total power means including everything. Total power dissipated in the circuit is 18 watts. Okay, total power is 18 watts. Find the value of R. So they given some unknown resistance here. You have to find this value of this resistance, and also what is the current flowing in that resistor, and that's current for the given network. It is 8 mark problem. I hope you can give a try on this. Okay. So I will give idea. So 8 plus 4, 12 ohms. Okay. This 12 ohm resistance and 16 plus R. These two are in parallel. Parallel voltage will be same. Voltage by resistance will get current. 12 by 12 you will get 1 ampere here. Okay. And we don't know this. What is the current flowing here? This current is 1 ampere. Now you can find easily supply current. Because they given power and voltage, you can easily calculate current. You will get 1.5. Out of 1.5, 1 flows here, remaining 0.5 flows here. So we already calculated its current. Now voltage by resistance, you will get this current. By knowing this current and voltage value, you can easily find this resistance. Okay, got it? So answer, check out, the value of this resistance is 8 ohms and the current flowing in that resistance, and its current is 0.5 ampere, and its current is 0.5 amperes. Check out. If you didn't get answer, okay, you can contact me for solution by number 988015 4482. Okay, we can solve another. Next problem is, for the given circuit, calculate the value of current in either branch and the value of unknown resistance R. You should calculate value of this resistance. When the total current taken by the network is 2.25 ampere. So this is whole network. The total current taken by the network is how much? 2.25 ampere. So you should calculate what is the value of this resistance, and also how much current flows in this branch and how much current flows in this branch. So this question asked in VTU model paper for this scheme. Okay. See, 8 and 2 are connected in series and 5 plus R are connected in series. Overall look in parallel combination. So now this 10 ohm resistance is connected across 10 volt. Voltage by resistance will get current. This current will get 1 ampere. And this current we cannot find because one unknown resistance. Supply current is given. Addition of these two current is supply current. So 1 ampere current flows here. Remaining current flows here. Once I know this current value and I know the voltage across this particular branch, I can easily find the unknown resistance. So this part is 5 plus R. So solve this, you will get R value 3 ohms. And current in this branch is 1 ampere. Current in this branch is 1.25 ampere. Okay, so if you didn't get, you okay guys, next problem. Determine I1, I3, E and I. Determine I1, I3, E and I. Okay, for this given network, if the voltage across 9 ohm resistor is 27 volt, the given voltage across this resistor is 27 volt. So it is 8 marks question, university question paper problem. So let's look at here. The given voltage across 9 ohm is how much? Okay, the given voltage across 9 ohm is 27 volt. Okay, 27 volts. See how these two resistors are connected series. 15 plus 9. How much you'll get? 24 ohms. But in series, what we learned the concept? Same current flows. Okay. How to calculate I1? They given voltage across that resistor and resistance value. I can easily calculate current I1. So what is the equation for current I1? I is equal to V by R. So voltage across 9 ohm divided by that 9 ohm resistance. So general formula I is equal to V by R. What is I1? Voltage current flowing through branch 9 and 15 ohm are in series. But they given voltage drop only across 9 ohms. So therefore voltage across 9 ohm is how much? 27 volt divided by 9. So from this how much we got? I1 3 amperes. Okay. Now same I1 current flows through 15 ohm resistance also. So now calculate voltage across 15 ohm resistance. That is I1 into 15 ohm resistance. What is I1? 3 ampere into 15. 15 3 is how much? 45 volt. Okay. Now we got voltage across 15 ohm resistance is how much? We got 45 volts. Now series, we can add the voltages. What is voltage across this combination? 45 plus 27. So that is whatever the voltage here, same voltage will be across 8 ohm resistance because they are connected in parallel, and the same voltage will be also same as supply voltage. So therefore from this we can write supply voltage is 27 volt plus 45 volt. You will get 72 volts. Now how to calculate I3? I3 can be calculated as voltage in the parallel combination. Okay, what is the voltage from here to here? 72. So I3 can be calculated as E by 8 ohm resistance. Okay, E by resistance. What is E? 72 volts divided by what is the resistance value? 8. 72 by 8. You will get 9 ampere. So we calculated I1. Okay, then we calculated E, then I3. What is left? I. So I can be calculated as, so parallel branches, addition of these two currents, you will get supply current. I is equal to I1 plus I3. So what is I1? 3 ampere. What is I3? 9. So therefore supply current is 12 ampere. Therefore supply current will be 12 ampere. So if you want, you can do the verification. So 15 plus 9, how much? 24 ohms is in parallel with 24 ohm is in parallel with how much? 8 ohm resistance. So 24 into 8 divided by 24 plus 8. You do this, you will get some resistance value. Now supply voltage is equal to supply current into this resistance value, you enter it here. So supply current we already calculated how much? 12 ampere. Into this resistance you enter it here, then you will get E value 72 volts. Okay, got it? Okay, in parallel voltage will be same. Inside this parallel, one of the branch have inside series combination. So we can add the voltages. Series means same current flows. Okay, got it? So this problem is okay guys, next question number 17. A resistance R is connected in series with a parallel circuit comprising of two resistances 12 ohm and 8 ohm respectively. The total power dissipated in the circuit is 70 watt. When the applied voltage is 20 volt, calculate the R. So this is the circuit for this given question. a resistance R is connected in parallel with, is connected in series with parallel combination of 12 ohms and 8 ohms. 12 ohms and 8 ohms. And this whole circuit is connected across 20 volt supply. In question they are not given circuit. We should read the question and we should draw the circuit. So voltage given 20 volts. And what is the total power given? What is the total power dissipated in the circuit? 70 watt. So you have to calculate what is the value of this resistance from the given data. See, voltage, power given. So by using power and voltage you can calculate the resistance. What is power formula? Power is equal to V square by R. Now R is equal to V square by P. Therefore R is equal to, what is V? 20 square. So 20 square is 20 into 20 divided by 70. Okay. So you do this, you will get some value of resistance. See, this R value is not this one. Is not this one. It is effective resistance. It is effective resistance. Okay, you will get something, some resistance more than 5 point something you will get. You calculate and copy down. Now you can write R effective is equal to R plus this resistance plus, now these two are connected in parallel. You find effective of that. 12 into 8 divided by 12 plus 8. What is the answer you are getting here? That answer you substitute here, and only one unknown parameter you can easily find it. You can solve, you will get R value 0.91 ohms. Give a try and solve this problem. Okay, I done incomplete, I given only idea. You just apply the what I explained, then you will get final answer R value 0.91. Okay students, next question is, two coils are connected across 100 volt DC supply which takes a supply current of 10 ampere. The power dissipated in one of the coil is 600 watt. Determine resistance of each coil. Circuit is not given, you have to write circuit. Okay, look at here. There are two coils. How the coils are connected? In parallel. Let you can call this as coil A and this one you can call it as coil B. Coil A and coil B are connected in parallel across. What is the supply voltage? Very good, 100 volts. So supply voltage is 100 volts. Then it takes a supply current of, which takes a supply current of 10 ampere. So what is this current? 10 ampere. And they given another data. The power dissipated in one of the coil. They are not specified properly, either coil A or coil B. You can take any one. Okay. Now I am going to take power dissipated in coil A is 600 watt. The power dissipated in one of the coil is 600 watt. Either you can take this one or this one. Okay. So guys, see, generally the coil is nothing but resistance and inductance. Resistance and inductance. Since if I apply DC supply, to the coil, because they given DC supply, in DC frequency will be 0. What is XL? XL is equal to 2 pi FL. If frequency becomes 0 means XL will be 0 ohms. Then what is left? What is left in the coil? Only resistance is left in the coil. So therefore they asked determine resistance of each coil. But same question, if it is appeared in module 2, so we are analyzing AC circuit, frequency will be there, then your coil will become impedance. Then they will ask determine impedance of the each coil. Like that they will ask. Okay, got it? Fine. Then, right. So calculate the total power. So what is total power? Voltage into current. What is voltage? 100 volt into what is the current? 10 ampere. So total power dissipated in the circuit is how much? 1000 watt. And we can also write the total power is equal to power dissipated in coil A plus power dissipated in coil B. What is power dissipated? Total power dissipated 1000 and power dissipated in coil A is 600. We don't know this power dissipated in coil B. So from this we can get power dissipated in coil B is 1000 minus 600. You will get 400 watt. So power dissipated in second coil is 400 watt. We know the voltage rating parallel or connected in parallel. Voltage across each coil will be same. Voltage by power, and by knowing voltage and power, you can calculate resistance of each coil by using this formula. What is power formula? V square by R. So now using this, you can calculate resistance of coil A is V square divided by power dissipated in coil A. Power dissipated in coil A. Resistance of second coil B is V square divided by power dissipated in coil B. What is V value? 100 square. So 100 square divided by 600. You do this, you will get resistance of coil A around 16.66 ohms. Okay. And resistance of coil B, V square by PB. What is PB? 400. So divided by 400, you will get RB value 25 ohms. Okay. So hence we calculated resistance of each coil. The resistance of coil A is 16.66. Resistance of coil B is 25. Suppose if you taken 600 watt for this one, then this will be 16.66 and other will be 25 ohms. Okay. Got it? Because they not specified correctly power dissipated in which coil. One of the coil they given. Hence we saw like this. Okay. If interchange, RA RB value will be going to interchange. Now verification. What is resistance formula? R is equal to V by I. What is V? 100. Effective resistance. What is current? 10. 100 by 10 is how much? 10 ohms. Now RA and RB, two coil resistance are connected in parallel. So do this. RA RB divided by RA plus RB. Okay, enter these values. Simplify. You will get 10 ohms. 9 point. Dear students, next question regarding general question. A toaster rated at 1000 watt, 240 volt is connected across 220 volt supply. Will the toaster be damaged or will its rating be affected? Like that they will ask question. It is to check the knowledge, basic fundamental knowledge. They will ask this type of questions. This question asked in VTU old scheme. Okay, currently you are studying 18 scheme. Earlier it was 17 scheme and before it was 2015 scheme. In that scheme they asked this question. Okay. However, syllabus is not much variation in module 1 compared to all the schemes that we can solve. See the toaster rating. Okay. The power rating of the toaster is how much? 1000 watt toaster. What is the voltage rating of the toaster? Voltage rating of the toaster is 240 volt. So these are the specification of the toaster. The toaster maximum voltage rating is 240 volt. If I connect this toaster for 220 volt supply, if I connect this toaster with 220 volt supply, question they are asking whether it will damage or not or rating get affected. Let we can check it. So first calculate resistance of the toaster. By using power and voltage ratings, we can calculate resistance formula is V square by toaster power. Now consider PT is not total power, toaster power. So what is V? What is the voltage rating of the toaster? 240 square. Okay, 240 square divided by what is the power rating of the toaster? Okay, 1000. So this gives 57.6 ohms. So the resistance of the toaster is 57.6 ohm. Now calculate current rating. Okay, current rating of the toaster or maximum current toaster can receive. Maximum current. So by using power and voltage, I can calculate current. What is power formula? Voltage into current. Therefore current becomes what? Power divided by voltage. What is the power? 1000 watt divided by what is the voltage? 240 volt. So do this, you will get current around 4.167 ampere. That is the maximum toaster can receive current is that much. Now Guys, now when toaster is connected to 220 volt supply, the current drawn is given by I is equal to V by RT. What is now voltage? Now toaster is connected to 220 volt supply divided by what is the resistance of the toaster? 57.6. So this gives some value of current. So how much you will get? Wait, I will take calculator. So 220 divided by 57.6. So we get 3.82 amperes. This is the new current. When the toaster is connected to 240 volt, that is the current, maximum current. But I am connecting to 220 volts. I got new current is 3.82. So now, whether toaster will get damaged? No, it won't get damaged. Toaster will not be, toaster is not damaged, you write. Toaster is not damaged. Why? The current is being lesser than current rating. So what is this current? 3.82. This current is lesser than this, then toaster will not damage. So toaster is not damaged. Then will its rating get affected? Yes, the power rating will going to affect. Now the new power ratings is equal. What is power formula? Voltage into current. What is the voltage? 220 volts. What is the current? 3.82. So multiply this. If you multiply this, you will get 840.27 watts. This is the new power rating. So the power rating is changed. Okay. Earlier, what is the power rating? 1000 watts. So what is our new power rating? 840 watt. So the new power rating is lesser than rated watts, rated power. Hence, your toaster will operate in a safer way. Okay, got it? Fine. So this question is important. So next question. A resistance of 10 ohm. Okay, a resistance of 10 ohm. A resistance of 10 ohm is connected in series with two resistors each of 15 ohm arranged in parallel. So two resistances each of 15 ohm resistance, each of 15 ohm resistance are arranged in parallel. And what resistance must be shunted? See, the word shunted is nothing but connecting across an element. Okay. What resistance must be shunted across this parallel combination? See, you should connect some resistance. Don't know what is that resistance value. Okay, you are connecting one additional resistance across this parallel combination, so that if you as soon as you connect unknown resistance across this parallel combination, so that the total current taken shall be 1.5 ampere. Now the total current should become 1.5 ampere with the 20 volt applied. Now what is the voltage applied? 20 volt. Okay, understood now question? See, now this is not there and this is also not there. Assume like this. Now this is the circuit. Voltage also not given. So with this voltage, with all the resistance, you can easily find current. Now what they given is, when I connect additional resistance across this parallel combination, then supply current will be, okay, then the total current will become 1.5 ampere. So you should calculate, if I put how much resistance, then supply current will become 1.5 ampere. So this you should solve it. Okay, or you should find out. See, voltage is given, current is given. You find effective resistance. What is effective resistance formula? R effective is equal to V by I. What is the voltage? 20. 20 by 1.5. So 20 divided by 3 by 2. So then it becomes 40 by 3 watts. Sorry, 40 by 3 ohms. So that is the effective resistance. Now what you can write effective another way? R effective is equal to 10 ohm resistance is in series with parallel combination. So parallel combination 1 divided by 1 by R plus 1 by 15 plus 1 by 15. So effective resistance you got from here, substitute here only one unknown variable. From that you calculate R value. You will get some ohms. Okay, I won't give answer. You can solve it because I done so many problems. By referring all such problems, you can easily do this. Okay. If you didn't get means you can ask me. Understood, guys? So next we have one more problem. 21st problem is the last problem. Okay, dear students, now we are in last problem. Very important problem. What is the question they asked? Determine supply voltage for the given network. So they given you have to calculate voltage. What is the voltage across? What is voltage? This one value. They given all resistance value 10 ohms, 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 10, 5, 10 ohms. But they given hint. They given 10 volt. In this parallel combination, they given voltage is 10 volts. You should calculate this voltage. See now, voltage by resistance. Voltage by resistance, what you will get? Current. So 10 by 5, how much you will get current? 2 ampere current flows in this resistor. Parallel voltage will be same. So 10 by 10, how much? 1 ampere. So how this current starts flowing? Some currents will come here. This current starts flowing and dividing these two branches. Now addition of these two currents, 2 plus 1 is how much? 3 ampere. Now multiply this, 3 into 5, what you will get? 15 volt. So voltage across this 5 ohm resistance is 15 volts. V is equal to I into R. Now same 3 ampere current comes here. What is the voltage across this combination? Okay, 30 volt. Now 5 ohm resistance, 10 ohm resistance and this overall combination will become one resistance. All are connected in series. Therefore we can add the voltages. So by adding this voltages, 15 plus 30, 45, 45 plus 10, 55 volt. So what is the voltage at this point? 55 volt. Okay. Now this whole network is in parallel with this 10 ohm resistance. Therefore for this 10 ohm resistance, voltage will be 55 volts. Now calculate current flowing through this resistance. What is current? Voltage by resistance. 55 by 10, how much you will get? 5.5 ampere. What is voltage across this point? 55 volts. Now some current starts flowing. This voltage source will drive the current. This voltage source will drive the current. That current is divided in these two branches. But we already know these two currents. 5.5 plus 3, add these two current, that gives supply current. What is that current? 8.5 ampere. Now find voltage across here. 8.5 into 10, what is the voltage? 85 volt. So now finally, voltage connected across circuit is this voltage plus this voltage. This voltage plus this voltage. 85 plus 55. How much? 85 plus 55, you will get 140 volts. Therefore, the supply voltage for this given network is 140 volts. We done problems from starting to ending. What we done in this problem? We come in reverse analysis. Okay. So this asked in VTU exam for 17 scheme. So dear students, by here we are completing DC circuit. Okay. Please give thumbs up, subscribe and share. Share to your friends, as many friends you know. Okay. Let them study it at free of cost. Okay. And your support is very much required for us to upload upcoming videos. Okay, have a nice day all. Meet you on next video, Kirchhoff laws and its problems.